So here's my nerdy little table that I've made. So sending CAN bus messages to the DIS on the infotainment bus. So message ID 261 is the top line and ID 263 is the second line. I tested all of these different hex values to see what symbol they resulted in, or character. So any of the yellow boxes, I still need to go back and reconfirm and double check. So I've included the characters, the specific characters in this column D. I've also gone down the list if it wasn't very obvious. I also provided a description, and often many of the characters, I don't know exactly what they were, so I just wrote a description and then tried to find it in the Excel's symbol library, which is this guy here. And if you've ever fiddled through this, there's all kinds of stuff in here that I don't know a lot about. So again, I just went graphically trying to identify those guys. A lot of this is pretty obvious, normal characters, but then we get into some weird stuff. And some of this stuff also repeats. But we go down, so this is a total of 255 characters. Again, some repeat, so they're not 255 unique ones, but there are a lot of special ones. My descriptions are not 100% accurate, but it was just visually what made sense to me. And I was able to go back and find them in the Excel symbol library. But a lot of really interesting symbols. Some fractions. Again, a lot of repeats. I found a block of things that seem to do nothing. And then this guy here was particularly unique. D7 command seemed to want to shift the entire block of text. But I need to play with that some more to understand how it shifts it. I noticed that if the message included D7 somewhere in any one of the 8 bytes in the message, the text would be shifted far off of what it normally is. But without including D7, it seemed like it would always want to put the text centered in the line. So lots of characters also that I'll never use, but it's definitely a start, and I'll figure out how I can leverage all of these characters to make a nice display for the variables that I want to monitor, or the parameters that I want to monitor. Again, this is just for the top 2 lines of the from my car. I mean, it might be different for other cars, so I can't promise anything there. And then I've also got some standard ASCII 2 characters for reference, but I've found that a lot of those are not the same. So Audi decided to pick their own correlation between hex values and the character that's displayed. So more to come.